Hey, let's practice some more word problems, and this time we'll do some linear ones. So these should be a little bit easier than the quadratics. But this problem is Thomas buys a stock for $45 a share. He tracks the stock and notices the value increases at a rate of $3.50 per month. Write a function that calculates the value of the stock after X months. So first of all, let's look at this and say that we need to remember what a linear function looks like, or a linear equation. So in general, the linear equation is the y equals mx plus b. And in this case, or in all cases, m is the slope. I don't know why I put an extra letter at the end of that. It's the slope. Or we'll refer to it as the rate of change. Okay, more so a rate of change for an application problem. B we usually think of as the y-intercept, or in our case, the starting amount. So when we write this thing as a function, let's give a good name for it. So it's a stock. So let's just say let's call it S for stock, and we'll make it S of X. Okay, S of X, the stock value after X months. Okay, I wanted to use M, but that doesn't work too good with the M for the slope. So S of X. So we need how it's changing. That's the M part. And it's changing at $3.50 per month. So let's go ahead and put that in there. S of X equals 3.50x. X is the number of months. And then we need the starting amount, which was the $45. So we'll say plus 45. So let's make sure it's easy to see down here. So 1 month after we bought the stock, or after Thomas buys the stock, you would say 1 times 350 and add that to 45, which you would probably do that in your head or your calculator no matter what. 10 months, you would multiply 10 by 350 and add it to 45. But it's nice to have that function where you can actually calculate things. So kind of think about what we're doing here. We're writing a mx plus b, where we need a rate of change for the m part and a b for the starting amount. Okay. Second example here. Amy wins a new car in 2010 that is appraised at $21,000. In 2013, she has the car appraised for $16,500. Assuming the car depreciates in a linear manner, write a function showing the value of her car any year and determine the value of the car when she won it. Oh, I left a little something in here from where I changed it, so I'm going to take off this last little bit. So we're just going to write the function. So let's see here. Once again, she's got this car here, so we'll make it C of, we can make it C of Y if we want to for the car value after so many years. You can use anything you want here, but what we're going to do is we're going to place in the things that we want. So out of the idea of the y equals mx plus b, let's see, what is our starting amount? Is there a starting amount? There's a starting amount of 21,000. Okay, so that would make a good b, and then there's also a rate, but we don't see the rate very clearly yet. So we know that from 2010 to 2013, it changed value here. So let's just see how that would work out. So in 2013, this thing was worth $16,500. Okay, and then over in 2010, when we got it, it was worth $21,000. So what happened? It went down in value, right? So if we talk about when we ended or when we started, Here. If we subtract the 21,000, it went down $4,500. But that was in a time span of 3 years. So we want a rate per year. So we can divide this by the 3-year interval. So it went down $4,500, but over 3 years. So it's going down $1,500 a year. So that's important. So that is basically the M here. So in this case, we said C of Y, we can make it go down $1,500 per year. There's nothing wrong with using X there. I just like my variables to mean something. And that is from the original 21,000. Okay, so if we wanted to go 4 years after she bought the car, we could say 4 times negative 1,500 and take that off the 21,000. Okay. Another way you might write this that might make a little bit more sense, sometimes you'll see it as C of Y and you'll have the starting amount out here, 21,000, and then you would be taking away from it for every year, so minus 1,500 Y. So just be kind of careful with that. That you weren't given the rate of change explicitly, but you were given a starting amount and an ending amount, and you had a time period here so that you could calculate down here the slope, the change in the value over the change in the years. So make sure that makes sense to you and ask questions if you need to.